Hey everyone, it's me, Happy Harriet Hardon. If you saw my video about Christian Slater the other day and River Phoenix, you'll understand that joke. It's way too late for me to be making a video, but here we are. I just randomly came across this article that popped up on my phone. That happens sometimes. And it was something Maya Hawke was sharing about show business and like the movie industry. And I found it super sad and lame and just terrible. So this is just some commentary on that. Whoops. I was going through some photos of Maya Hawke, and if you guys have noticed on this channel, like take a look around, I really don't talk about like younger stars, with the exception of a couple recently. I don't think it's fair to like transvestigate people who are like in the prime of their career. Like, what's the point? If it's all of them, it's all of them, right? Like, I don't think it's fair to like pick on these young people who are, um, you know, like working and acting, whether, that's right or wrong. I don't know. I just think, these vintage trannies are way more fun to pick on. Like the Andrews sisters and, all of that kind of stuff. Oh my gosh. They're probably like happy in their grave that somebody finally figured it out. It's more than just me, but people are finally starting to open their eyes. Anywho, Maya Hawke, for anybody that might not be familiar, is the daughter of Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman. I know her from being on Stranger Things, and she was in Fear Street Part 1. Did anybody see that Fear Street? There were like 3 of them. That was amazing. I really enjoyed that series. I think they're making more of them. I hope they're making more. I don't quite remember her in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I need to go back and watch that. This is like a little off topic, but just as I was like reading about that article, I started going through some photos and I saw a couple pictures of her in a red and white striped shirt. And I can't find the one I was looking for, of course, but there was this one, and it just got me thinking about celebrities in red and white stripes. Off the top of my head, I'm going to share a few that I just remember. The original Freaky Friday with Jodie Foster is such a mind fuck. I remember being like, I was born in 79. I think this thing came out like, before that, maybe like 78, like late 70s. But I saw this as a child. Like I was young, probably 4 or 5 at my cousin's house. And I just remember thinking like, her voice was so low and she looked so masculine. And I remember being confused by that as a kid. Like, why does that girl look and sound like a boy? All while wearing red and white stripes. Classic. Michael Jackson, red and white stripes. Life as a Man. Love it. Oh my God. Ronald McDonald is the scariest thing in the world to me, just so you know. I hate clowns. I specifically hate Ronald McDonald, but check out the red and white stripes. It's like literally the definition of PEDO. I cannot stand this clown. This creep even wears red and white striped stockings and red shoes. If you've never heard the thing about celebrities with red shoes, oh my God, that's a whole other topic, but Ronald McDonald is so creepy. The fact that this is our flag should concern every one of you. um, I'm trying to think of where I read the best description of what the red and white was. I believe Vigilant Citizen, that was like one of the very first or the very first truth sites I found years ago. VigilantCitizen.com used to have a Good Thing article. They might still have it up, where it's basically talking about like red as evil and white as purity. But a lot of these celebrities have pictures in red and white stripes. And I think it's like definitely a trans thing, duality maybe. If you have that exact answer, leave it below. I mean, a lot of stuff that used to be on the internet, a lot of like this information has been taken down. And I'm so sorry I didn't save it all. Like, I never, imagined like all the stuff would be removed, as you first find it. But yeah, hopefully I'm at least giving you a general idea of red and white stripes not being good. So listen to this crap. Maya Hawke claims some producers cast actors nowadays based on their numbers of Instagram followers. That is so freaking cringe on like every single level. Literally, what mutant in 2025 thinks social media is a good idea? I mean, I am not on any social media. I'm on here and YouTube pulled me down, but we're back. But like, who the hell? I just, all I see, like the times I've been on Instagram, which isn't very much, but like I've gone through little phases where I'll go on there for like a day, not a whole day. Like I'll pop on to look at something and then I'm disgusted and I quickly like click off. Does anybody else sense the mental illness that's running rampant on sites like this or apps like that or whatever you call it? Like, I'm so tired of like, I am not somebody who hates people. There's like some people, they're grouchy, like, oh, they hate everybody. Like, I'm not like that at all. I am to the point where I'm like so sick of seeing people's faces like in pictures. Like, I just hate all of it. It's like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, it's too much. Like, even YouTube has been ruined. I used to really enjoy YouTube. That was like one of my favorite things. And now it's just a bunch of like rejects smiling in your face. Like, I just hate all of them. But like with Instagram, it's just like, and Facebook was like this too. Like, how many likes do you need? How much attention is enough? Like, it's so gross and like, I don't know. I'm not a fan at all, but I like some of the stuff Maya Hawke says here. She's basically saying that like the casting people or producers are now, hold on, let me find it. Hawke explained that some producers insisted that the cast combined Instagram follower count must meet a certain quota for a project to move forward. Because Instagram is that important? There's so many rejects on these. Like, why does that even matter? What does Instagram have to do with talent? I understand about promoting a project, but people like promoting a movie and all of that has existed for hundreds of years, or like, at least, however many decades. Like, what do you need Instagram for? And think about all of the untalented people that have a following, because there's a lot of sheeple out there and sheeple will follow anybody. So just because that person has followers, like they're going to get cast over somebody that has talent? Like, these people aren't even taking their own art, like their own craft, seriously anymore. Instagram followers? Like, give me a break. And I thought like half of those things are probably like bots and like there's a lot of fake accounts. I know on Twitter, there's like, when I used to be on there, it seemed like there were a bunch of fake accounts, like a bunch of bots. So what does follower count matter anyways? I'm so confused by that. So Maya Hawke was talking to like some directors, and she was explaining that she wanted to delete her Instagram account. Good. Like, I'm glad there's some smart young people who realize Instagram is stupid. Um, but they warned her that it would impact their casting decisions. Bitch, please. Why would social media impact your casting decision? It just doesn't make sense to me. So now somebody like mysterious and doesn't want to be out there and who's kind of like, aloof and like, ooh, I would take that any day over somebody who's like, look at me, I'm smiling in your face again. Here's another picture. Like, I fucking can't stand these people. So, I also understand that I'm almost 46. I'll be 46 next month. They are trying to brainwash young people with all of this bullshit. Like, it's important to keep these young people engaged in mindless, stupid activity like Instagram, stuff that doesn't matter at all, stuff that kills your brain cells, stuff that's just super ignorant, because part of their job here is to dumb down the masses. Make no mistake that that's what social media is, intended to do. It's a bunch of sheeple following like really stupid, I don't know, stupid people. I literally have zero respect for a lot of the celebrities out there today because they're just like this. They're talentless morons. Great, you have a following. Like, what else can you do? Um, I don't know, but I do respect the fact that she was talking about like wanting to delete her Instagram. Hawke noted that a small number of directors are exempt from basing their casting decisions on the cast's follower count. I'd like to know their names so I can support them. This is the dumbest thing I've heard today. You know what I mean? Like, this is so stupid. I believe she does name names here. I think she's saying Quentin Tarantino, Bradley Cooper, and Wes Anderson were not like that. And I'm really like feeling everything she has to say here. But then this goes on to say Hawke currently has 8.9 million followers on Instagram. So it's kind of like she's complaining, but she has like one of the biggest followings. So I'm a little confused by that. But good for her for kind of exposing this. Um, I have to say, unless there's like some other hidden meaning behind it, because some kid, who's like trying to get into acting now thinks it's even more important to be on Instagram. Like, fuck this bullshit. I hate it. It's so stupid. Oh my God. Okay, and like right now I'm loving her because she says, I don't care about Instagram. Instagram sucks. That's a bold statement for a celebrity to make. So you go, Maya Hawke. Like, I just think this social media stuff is stupid. I think there's a lot of mentally ill people. Make no mistake, guys. Like somebody out there is probably thinking, oh well, yeah, I'm not ugly. Like, I am perfectly attractive. Like, I take really good photos, but I don't need to post them everywhere. I don't care if people like me. And I love people that don't give a shit what other people think. That's so much more attractive than somebody who, like everybody is trying to be like good looking and they all end up looking the same, like on something like Instagram. It's personalities and behavior that make people super ugly. Like, damn, how many fucking pictures do you need to post until you feel good about yourself? Like, maybe that's a little judgy, but I just think the whole thing is super mental and ridiculous. But producers and directors, like, who are supposed to be taking their job seriously and basing it on social media numbers, like, fuck you. Give me a cult film, some like gritty, whatever, unheard of people, like Gosh, that is so much cooler than this cheesy bullshit. I cannot stand this. Like, I'm really glad that she exposed this. Like, and it's just triggering me because now people who don't have talent and don't deserve roles are going to get them over people who don't feel the need to post their whole life and, stupid cheeseball pictures all day long. Somebody who actually deserves that role isn't going to get it because some fucking cheeseball with followers is going to get it. Like, make that make sense. But then again, there's like the whole thing where you can just buy followers. You know what I'm saying? And like, pay for followers. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Or are they just putting this out there to fool more like kids into thinking they can get famous the more pictures they post? So those are my random thoughts. It's time for me to go to sleep. I have to wake up early. I wanted to share this other good article. It's from Outkick.com. Same topic. Actress reveals Hollywood's dirty little secret killing the industry. And, it talks about the same thing, how they're basing their decisions now. But read this. The author is kind of like as pissed as I am. Like, he just thinks it's completely stupid and ridiculous. So this is a good read. If you feel the same way, or even if you don't feel the same way. Yeah, they were like, casting major movies based on Instagram popularity is next level stupid, and it's a sign of just how low standards have become. Thank you. Who wrote this article? I want to give them credit. And then he says, believe it or not, a person can have a lot of Instagram followers and the personality of a cardboard box. And then he says that's more or less than 90% of Instagram models, and the girls are all guys anyways, anyone with a big following, and maybe vice versa. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention. This is written by David Hookstead. David, my channel is non-monetized. I just wanted to give this article a shout out because it made me laugh and I agreed with it. Real quick before I go to sleep, thank you guys. I think for the most part you're enjoying those Don's Plum videos. There were only supposed to be 2 of them, but my mom called in the middle of me making the first one, so then it cut off, and then I had to, finish the first one, and then I made the not drinking the Kool-Aid one. But it looks like you guys are enjoying those for the most part. I hope some of you watch Don's Plum. I think you'll enjoy it. I know those videos were a little left field for the channel, but remember, I had posted in my community section, like, I just wanted to make those videos to have some conversation with other people who like either saw the movie or were familiar with that situation. Not many of you are really talking about it, but I feel like, the videos got some love. So thanks for watching them. The reason I'm showing this guy's picture in Don's Plum, I forgot to mention this in my other videos. He, I think, was sitting at the table reading a book, and they're like, man, why are you reading a book? This is like, he would totally be part of this channel. He was talking about conspiracies. He was the only one who brought him up. He mentioned something about, he was talking about like UFOs and crop circles, but then he mentioned something I never heard of. He was talking about something called, I think he called it Majestic 12. Magnificent 12 is what I believe he said, but when I look it up, all I can really find is Majestic 12, and also known as Magic 12 or MJ 12. That was very interesting, but this is all about UFO conspiracies, and I hadn't heard of this one. And he also said, they were like, the other kids at the table, they were like, well, what's that? And he said it's 12 people who are running the planet. So that might be worth a deep dive. I've never heard of this one before. And then he was talking about crop circles. Just to share this with you, I text my neighbor, she's like kind of like a senior citizen, but she's totally with it. She's like 75. She lives next door to me. Very sweet lady. I literally text her every weekend and I'm like, "Did you see that UFO that just passed over our houses?" I see stuff in the sky all the time. I've seen round ones with blinking red and green lights that pass over my house. One was so close to my back window one time, I literally screamed. It was huge. And some of these things might be drones, but like that doesn't make me feel better either. But there are literally huge spacecraft in the sky. Um, I'm in what's considered the Midwest, but they're not airplanes. Like, what the hell are they? I see stuff all the time. Her and I also hear loud booming noises, like randomly. um, and we live in kind of like a really normal suburban area, but there's some weird stuff that happens on the weekends. We'll hear like random booms and gunshots, and it's kind of concerning. Um, what's this last thing? Never mind. That's it for this video. I'm going to sleep. Hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, I've got something coming up soon. Johnny Depp is mentioned in that one, loosely has to do with him. And then I'm working on a cartoon transvestigation. I can't wait for that one. It's going to be really fun. All right, talk to you soon. Good night. Bye.